Tom, my photography work won an International Gold Award. Jane Lawson burst excitedly into Tom Howard's room. Overwhelmed with joy, she couldn't help but throw herself into his arms, just like she had countless times when she was little. But in the next moment, a heavy slap landed on her face. Haley Bundred, who had just stepped out of the bathroom wrapped in a towel, delivered the slap before angrily pushing her away. "Jane, I'm still his official girlfriend, and yet you're throwing yourself at him like this. What's your intention? Are you so shameless that you have to seduce your brother?" Jane's face burned with pain. Her eyes brimmed with tears, but they didn't fall. Yes, how could she forget? Tom had a girlfriend now, and they were going to get married soon. Jane had been an orphan since childhood. Later, the Howard family had taken her in out of kindness, and Tom had spoiled her for many years. She had long grown used to clinging to him. She looked at Tom with a mix of grievance and hope in her eyes. Surely, he wouldn't let her be mistreated like this. But Tom's gaze was cold, his tone even colder. "Jane, you should know your place." "My place?" Jane let out a self-deprecating laugh. "Sorry. That was thoughtless of me." She turned and fled in panic. The moment the door closed, she heard Haley's voice. "Tom, I didn't mean to hit her. I just love you too much, and I couldn't hold back my jealousy." Tom's voice was indifferent. "It's fine." She really needed to wake up. Was that true? Jane returned to her room and dialed a number. "Mr. Westwood, I've decided to go to Ularo to further my career." On the other end of the line, Mr. Westwood laughed with delight. "You should have done this earlier. With your talent, you'd already be a world-famous photographer by now. When are you coming?" Jane thought for a moment and replied, "Probably in about 2 weeks." She needed some time to say goodbye to everything here. In truth, Haley was Tom's secretary. Back then, Tom had placed several resumes in front of Jane. "Jane, help me choose one." Jane hesitated. "I don't really understand what to look for. Why not let the Human Resources Department handle it?" But Tom said, "My secretary will probably be interacting with you often in the future. Pick someone you like so it'll be more comfortable for you." Haley was the one she had personally chosen to be Tom's secretary. What she hadn't expected was that she wasn't choosing a secretary but rather a future sister-in-law for herself. The next day, Haley seemed to have forgotten about the previous incident and insisted on dragging Jane along to try on wedding dresses. "Help me take a look. How does this dress look? Your brother is so perfunctory. No matter which one I wear, he just says it looks good without giving any real opinion." Jane sighed. "It's your wedding dress. As long as you think it looks good, that's what matters." Haley pouted and acted coquettishly. "Jane, you know my background isn't great. I'm afraid my taste isn't refined enough, and I'll embarrass your brother. But you're different. You're our star photographer with impeccable taste. I'm only good at photography and composition. I really don't know anything about wedding dresses." Haley's expression dimmed, her tone tinged with a hint of grievance. "Jane, are you still not accepting me? It was my fault yesterday. I acted impulsively. I'm sorry, okay? Don't be mad at me." Jane opened her mouth to respond but couldn't find the right words to refute her. She didn't dislike Haley, nor was she particularly angry. She was just struggling to understand how Tom, who used to dote on her endlessly, could suddenly fall for someone else. Haley looked up at Tom, who stood to the side, and said considerately, "Tom, maybe we should postpone the wedding until Jane feels better about it." Tom frowned slightly. "We can't delay the wedding just because she's upset." Haley pouted pitifully. "But she's your sister." I want her blessing. Tom paused for a moment before turning to Jane. His tone was slightly cold. Jane, be sensible. Don't upset your sister-in-law. Jane turned her head away. I didn't. Seeing the faint look of reproach on his face, Jane's eyes turned red back when Tom still pampered her. He was the one who couldn't bear to distance himself from her when others were around. If she tried to step away from him even slightly, he would unhappily pull her back to his side when she went to the countryside to take photos. He went with her when she traveled to Afolia to photograph animal migrations. He went too. He had once said that no matter the time or place, he would always stand behind her. As long as Jane turned around, she would see him. Jane took a deep breath. I'm sorry. I didn't handle things properly and caused a misunderstanding with Haley. I'll be more cautious from now on. Tom nodded slightly. Good, as long as you understand. Jane murmured in a soft voice. You two continue with the wedding dress fitting. I'm not feeling well, so I'll head out first. As she turned and left the shop, tears streamed down her face. Jane wiped them away with the back of her hand, then pulled out her phone and booked a plane ticket. In 2 weeks, she would be boarding that flight and leaving this place forever. This meant that she would be leaving Tom as well.